and there was some action going on in my room every night. I could hear it. And my job was to play sleep.
I have been in this house getting lit and getting prepared for this, and I've been all over the house upstairs when you weren't looking for that oxygen chamber. I cannot find the oxygen chamber anywhere in the house.
That story is so crazy. I mean, it's one of those tabloid, it's completely made up.
Okay, but you are in something there. There's a picture of you.
Well,
where did that come from? How did it get started?
And so I would hear these girls come in, and I would hear them say, "Is that little Michael?"
I was 13, I think, when I first met him, and we were fans of each other's, and we just immediately hit it off. We laughed so hard. I wasn't trying to get a music career. I wasn't trying to get anything from him, and we just started hanging out.
Y'all, buckle up because this one's gonna be a wild ride. Imagine one of the biggest icons in the world, caught in a web of secrets, obsession, and, oh yeah, blood rituals. Yes, you heard me right, rituals. Today, we're peeling back the layers of Michael Jackson's enigmatic life and his complicated relationship with Brooke Shields. From unrequited love to rumors that'll make your jaw drop, we're diving deep into a story that's equal parts fascinating and bizarre. So, what's the truth? Stick around because things are about to get messy. Okay, let's rewind. Michael Jackson and Brooke Shields first crossed paths when Brooke was just 13 years old. Both child stars, they instantly connected over their shared experience of growing up in the spotlight. Brooke once said their bond was like being two kids who could finally let their guards down around each other. Cute, right? But hold up.
Be wary of one another, and that enabled us to build a friendship on a very different level.
Because while Brooke insisted they were just friends, Michael had a very different take. In multiple interviews, Michael referred to Brooke as one of the loves of his life. He claimed they dated, shared romantic moments, and had a deep connection. Brooke, however, called this narrative pathetic and outright denied any romantic involvement. She'd even go as far as to say Michael tipped off paparazzi during their supposed date nights, just to stir up headlines. So, was this a one-sided obsession? Or was Brooke downplaying the truth? That's where things start getting murky. Let's not forget that infamous Oprah interview in 1993. It was supposed to clear the air about Michael's life and squash rumors. You know.
Your father is one of those people who also has to take responsibility.
But I do love him.
Yes, I understand.
And I am forgiving.
Looking for that oxygen chamber. I cannot find the oxygen chamber anywhere in the house.
That story is so crazy. I mean, it's one of those tabloid, it's completely made up.
Okay, but you are in something there. There's a picture of you.
Well,
where did that come from? How did it get started? Did you buy the Elephant Man's bones?
No,
were you trying to get them?
That's another stupid story.
Uh-huh.
I love the story of the Elephant Man.
You wanting to have a little white boy play you in a Pepsi commercial.
That is so stupid. That's the most ridiculous, horrifying story I've ever heard. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
the ones about him wanting to become white, sleeping in an oxygen chamber, or even owning the Elephant Man's remains. Instead, it turned into a PR nightmare. Oprah grilled him on everything, from his surgeries to his father's abuse. And then she dropped the bomb, his love life. Michael said he was dating Brooke Shields, but refused to comment on his virginity, calling it a personal matter. What happened next? Brooke was furious. She called Michael and told him to stop dragging her into Crazy Town. In her words, she was trying to live a shot at normal life and didn't appreciate being caught in Michael's media frenzy. Despite her denials, Michael continued to publicly express his love for her, even years later. In a conversation with Rabbi Shmuley Boteach, he said Brooke was one of the loves of his life, insisting they dated and had a special bond. Was this romanticized nostalgia? Or was Brooke rewriting history to protect her own image? But wait, there's more.
Okay.
And he gave me the most incredibly beautiful ring that you can ever imagine. And of course, then people built that out of abortion and they said we were engaged. And it wasn't about that. It was a friendship ring that when he gave it to me, it was the most adorable thing. We hadn't really ever exchanged gifts before.
As if the narrative couldn't get any stranger, Brooke revealed in a 2023 documentary that Michael once suggested adopting a child together. According to her, it wasn't a romantic proposal, but more of a collaboration. Michael, she said, wanted to make a difference in the world, and he saw Brooke as the perfect partner for this mission. Sweet or just plain weird? You decide. Now, let's pivot to the darker side of this story. Over the years, Michael's name became entangled with some wild accusations. Allegations of child abuse, abuse, secret rituals, and even voodoo practices. Yeah, voodoo. According to a Vanity Fair expose, Michael allegedly spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on rituals meant to bring him wealth and curse his enemies. These rituals reportedly involved the slaughter of animals and promises of vast riches. While these claims are unverified, they've fueled endless speculation about what was really going on behind closed doors. And where does Brooke fit into all this? Some fans believe she must have known about these alleged rituals, given how close they were. Brooke, however, has never corroborated these claims. She stuck to the story that Michael was just a friend, a complicated, eccentric, and sometimes overwhelming friend, but nothing more. Fast forward to Michael's later years, when his legal troubles took center stage. Brooke publicly supported him during his trials, calling the allegations against him hard to believe. She admitted she didn't know how to process the accusations, but maintained that the Michael she knew would never harm anyone. Even at his memorial in 2009, Brooke gave an emotional speech calling their friendship pure and reminiscing about their bond. But was her loyalty genuine, or was it damage control for her own image? Here's where things get even messier. Fans are divided on Brooke's role in Michael's life. Some believe she was one of the few people who truly cared for him, while others accuse her of exploiting their friendship for clout. After all, her narrative about Michael has shifted over the years, raising questions about her intentions. Was she protecting herself, or was she trying to rewrite history to fit a certain image? And then there's the ultimate question: was Michael genuinely obsessed with Brooke, or was this all a figment of his imagination? From friendship rings to public declarations of love, Michael's actions suggest he was deeply attached to her. But Brooke's consistent denials paint a different picture, one of a woman caught in the orbit of a superstar who blurred the lines between fantasy and reality. So, what do we make of all this? Michael Jackson's life was a kaleidoscope of contradictions, and his relationship with Brooke Shields is no exception. Whether you see it as a tragic love story, a cautionary tale, or just another chapter in Michael's surreal life, one thing's for sure: it'll keep us talking for years to come. Alright, spill the tea in the comments. Was Brooke shielding, pun intended, herself from the truth, or was Michael living in a fantasy? And what about those wild ritual rumors? Let's get into it.